Hello and welcome to Rivals Ranked Silver Edition. I've gotten myself firmly into Silver now, and I figured I'd put in a little update here. So, first, I have dropped Clarin because, as much fun as she is, I've seen her gimmick in another game, right? I've seen Marth enough times, and I thought that it would be fun to work on some of the new interesting gimmicks that like Loxodon and Fleet have. So they're going to be the characters that I'm playing from now on. It'll also help me to just get better at the characters a little bit quicker. So I've added a couple of goals while I am playing right now. One of them is to tech, because I wasn't really doing that. And the other ones were to use my character's personal abilities, like Loxodon's meatball, I believe is the colloquial term, and the abilities that he gets off of that, as well as Fleet's wind chime, slow fall, which I'm just going to call float, and her forward B, which is really powerful. So that's kind of the focus here. If we win, we win. If we lose, we lose. That's kind of how it goes. As long as I am getting like uses of these and figuring stuff out with them, we're doing well. So right there, that was bad. Loxodon was at low percent, and he was easily able to like crouch cancel or beat out my stuff, and he could easily give me my own wind chime back. So we just learned something there. That wasn't very good. And we're getting cooked right now, but you know, that's how it goes sometimes. Yep, just exploded. So yeah, that's pretty much how it is. Sometimes you get rolled, and then you can come right back. This is why you shouldn't give up, even if you're pretty far behind, or even if somebody smokes you once, because you can definitely like make 3-stock comebacks. We see it all the time in tournaments, and even if you lose a game, you can come back and win the other games. And so far, we're doing a pretty good job of losing this game. So, you know, that's how it is. I'm just like, everything I'm doing is getting shielded, everything I'm trying is getting blocked, all my up tilts are getting dodged when he's above me. I try to back air him and it doesn't work, but somehow his forward B grabbing me, like, doomed him, so that's kind of funny. But outside of that, we haven't really gotten anything going so far. Yeah, so one of the things I did work on was stage counter picks. So I know that, for example, Fleet doesn't really like the small ones, kind of like Jigglypuff. She doesn't really like small stages very much because it's so easy for her to get back from almost any stage distance. So the more distance there is between her and the blast zone, the longer she lives. But she can sometimes edge guard opponents, and so that doesn't matter as much for her opponents as it does for her. Okay, did we get something good going here? Oh, you know, decent, we'll take it, right? Like, that's damage. We actually are in, like, a lot of trouble, yeah, but started making a comeback there. So, first game goes to this Loxodon, who kind of smoked me. Not gonna lie, that was not the greatest first round, but that's how it goes sometimes. And so this time, they're going to get rid of Air Armada, which is a great choice. It's good for Fleet and bad for Loxodon. And Fire Capital, which is also another really good stage for Fleet. So I'm thinking of Jules Veil, because that's a decent one, but I decided let's switch it up a little bit, because I didn't like how that game went. So let's go to Rockwall and see what we can get going. And immediately, things are going a little bit better. I have some more room for my forward Bs. I've got him like getting on these platforms and doing some things that are letting me get underneath him. And things are already going considerably better. We're actually in the fight for the first stock, and that's good. And I get a nice little combo there. So now it's kind of just like the goal here with especially Fleet, but both of the characters, is to be using their abilities more. So the forward B with Fleet, the wind chime, and the slow fall are the big ones. So here, yeah, I try to do a little float thing. I mess it up, but that's how we learn. I do not get hit by that, and I don't quite hit the sweet spot, unfortunately, of that. I was trying to up smash, and I up bead, so we're still having some, like, executional problems here. That was just silly on my part, but, you know, it happens. And, oh, I tried to forward smash and just barely beat it out. The trade there would have been amazing for me. All right, and he's He's going to barely clip me with that. And I'm actually able to sneak off the ledge, so I'm getting a little bit better at my ledge movement as well. Not great, but we're getting a little bit better at the ledge movement as well. I've learned that going onto a platform and shielding requires a great commitment from my opponent, even when they're invincible, so I just like doing that a lot because it's so good to get away from stuff, especially with Fleet, because she has so many air movement options, and she can kind of just like float to the other side or do those kinds of things. So right now, however, we are eating this axe and these meatballs. And I try to float, and he catches me out of it. I was trying to sneak above him, but didn't work. So we're learning some things not to do with float. One of the interesting things about mobility options is that they're very good because they give you more options, right? But the thing is that they also let you put yourself in worse positions than you could have gotten yourself into before, because you can move to places that were way less safe than, and you just used to not be able to get yourself to them. So movement is really powerful, but while you're learning it, it can feel kind of bad because you put yourself in positions that you couldn't before that are way worse than the positions you were used to put yourself in. So it's a learning process. Meanwhile, we've got this wind chime, and I try to combo off of the wind chime and also stay safe in case he like shields it or something, but it doesn't quite work out that way. But it's already looking so much better than it did last time. Everything is going a lot better. We're getting that nice, that's a nice little down air there. I try to float off the edge, and I clip the ledge there. So instead of floating off the edge and being able to down air, I'm just on the ledge doing absolutely nothing because I just canceled the move I was expecting to come out. So, you know, again, it can put you in spots that are worse, but also that went a lot better, and I was definitely using a lot more of my forward B, and I was definitely putting on wind chimes, and I was using my float, and those things did eventually help me to do better, despite the fact that I messed up a lot of them. These two stages, Ethereal Forest and Tempest Peak, are good for Loxodon and bad for Fleet. So those are just auto bans. Those are both like stages that just decrease your win rate by like 10% instantly in this matchup or something ridiculous. So we just stay away from those. They're not good. And now we're back to Jules Vale here, which I'm fine with. Jules Vale is actually one of Fleet's better stages. And we get a quick Gimp there. You know, courtesy of the Loxodon helping us out there, I will admit. But we take those. And now we're in the set. You know, we went from getting absolutely trashed the first game to being in a winning position there. That was spooky. I was a brave boy right there, but it worked out. I have no idea how that down air hit through the platform, by the way. So now you can see we're getting a little bit more. I think that, yeah, I get my that thing grabbed me and tossed me up that platform, tossed me up in the air. Did you see that? I, like, lost a really good edge guard because of that platform. Okay, I'm going to have to pay attention to that more on this stage, because that's not what I wanted. All right, now I'm going to... I should have forward smashed, I think, there? I'm not sure. That was a free forward smash for Fleet, because she can just charge it while Loxodon is charging his forward smash, just never going to hit. Now... Oh, I tried to float, and he hits it, but that's okay. The up B just gives us enough to get on there, and now I'm realizing, yeah, see, now I'm trying to use the wind chimes when I have an advantage so that I can get more out of it. And now we're trying to float and catch his recovery options, and we do. Look at that. Look at how even, like, somebody still learning all these cool things, I thought that was going to have more recovery than it did, can get a lot out of just using all of Fleet's really cool abilities. Like, the float is so good. And now we're just kind of trying to box him out here. Yeah, control center stage. That's really what I don't want to give up, because he just dies there eventually if we don't give up center stage. I think I tried to hit him there and messed up, and then I just panic rolled because my move didn't come out. And now he's got to figure out how to get back down to the ground. Oh, he catches my forward B. I drifted too far forward there and got owned. Oh, scary stuff. I just jump all the way over him. I probably should have floated, to be honest. And now we use the forward B to get back on. It actually turns his own Meatball against him and gives me a free get back onto the stage here. Right there, he beat out, like, my up tilt is not very fast. He just beat out the frames, the startup frames of my up tilt there, which has been happening a lot. I'm going to have to work on that with Fleet here. But now, see, yeah, Fleet loves this stage. You can cover that entire platform with a forward B and make it really hard for your opponent to, like, stay safe on it. And now I expected him to double jump, and I was just kind of waiting for it, and he didn't do it, so he gets out of there for free when I could have hit him. Because that's not a real combo on Loxodon as far as I'm aware. And now we get that nice down air into back air, which is lots of damage and lots of knockback. And a nice little edge guard. He goes low to dodge the forward B and doesn't tech or get out of the down air in time. And there we go. So what could have been a disastrous start winds up becoming a much better game or match than I could have hoped for. So, yeah, that's kind of what I've been working on with Fleet. We're going to be, like, overall, I'm trying to tech more. I'm trying to use more of my options as a character. And those are the two big ones. And DI. I'm still working on DI. That's going to be an ongoing thing. Trying to keep my stocks a little bit longer with DI. So now I decided I'd switch to Loxodon. I'm playing against this Raster here. Raster is quite the menace. So Loxodon does not like Merchant Port at all. And, I mean, not as much as he doesn't like Air Armada, but he doesn't like them. So I'm pretty happy on either of these two stages, or at least so I think, because he kills early, and Raster is a pretty floaty character. So you can see here I'm trying to use my meatballs more often and really just sort of get my my stuff going here. I don't have any of my magma at the moment, but I definitely will. I think I missed a tech there, but I got one there, so, you know, we're work in progress. And then I'm able to grab him and throw him here, and I try to tech read it, but the down smash actually just too slow there. I needed to, like, jab or read it from place instead of moving. Oh, and my down air got eaten there. I did it a little too late, so it didn't come out. I thought that I was going to have a disgusting punish there, but I did not. So now we are working our way through, trying not to die to this. He actually messes up there, and I'm able to get a down air, but unfortunately the platform saves him. And I try to go out there when the meatball hits him. Edge guarding with meatball is actually quite good. Both Fleet and Loxodon can kind of force opponents off the ledge with meatball and the little Zephyr arrow, respectively. So I am definitely going to start working on trying to, like, use those to force characters off the ledge from a fairly considerable distance away from the ledge, and then see what their reactions are, and then I can start trying to, like, play off of what things that they are doing. So I'm going to start finally implementing, sort of paying attention to what my opponent is doing. In these matchups, you can see here, yeah, that meatball, even though the Raster hits me, allows me to... Again, I just think that these special get-ups are going to have more recovery than they do, because if I dodge them, I feel like I should be able to do whatever I want to them, but we're still working on that. So anyway, we lose our stock here, and just sort of seeing if I can, yeah, keep control of center stage, because center stage is really important. And the Rasters, I've been with Loxodon, like, trying to bait jumps on floaty characters like other Loxodons and Fleets, because they can usually get out of the up throw before I get a real combo, but if they dump their jump to get away from me, it's really tough on him. And there I tried to stay close to the wall, and I think I even teched once, but he can just, like, keep hitting you with that. I don't know what to do about that yet. It feels very difficult to deal with that. Maybe a wall tech into an up B makes it invincible for long enough that I get up for free, but that's going to require a little bit more time in the game than I currently have. Okay, so the reverse back air gives me something there. I think the Tempest that he just threw out messed up my hit on the meatball. I was going to try to hit the meatball towards him, and he stopped me. Oh, and we're getting thrown. Neutral airing a little too close. You'll also notice that I'm doing a little bit better of a job of trying to either space behind an opponent or space away from an opponent when I'm throwing stuff at their shield like that, so that they can't like just throw me out of it, because shield grabbing is really good. But here I crouch cancel the up B, get a down tilt, and again, courtesy of my opponent making a small little mistake there, I get something out of it. I try to hit him with a throw there, it doesn't work, he parries, we just kind of scramble for a second, and I get the better of it. So I tried for a cheeky forward B there, because I find that a lot of people will like shield when they think that I'm going to do the Loxodon B get up, and then they'll just get grabbed by that. Unfortunately, he just outspaces it and then kills me. And again, we're starting off a little rough around the edges here, and not where we want to. This matchup also has some pretty nasty stuff. Raster likes Air Armada, and Loxodon hates it. So he doesn't need to get rid of those. But we're going to go, he does not get rid of Tempest Peak. Again, I think Ethereal Forest and Tempest Peak, even though I lost on Ethereal Forest, are really good for Loxodon, especially in floating matchups, because he just covers the entire platforms, and he kills really early. I was not expecting him to be able to just like hit me with his projectile like that. Anyway, we're back on trying to get a advantage. I currently have stage positioning, which is helpful. I might start trying to use... ooh, I go off stage there. Almost kill him. Look at that. That was really cool. I might start trying to use the B pummel to get Magma with Loxodon a little bit more. I haven't really been doing that. It's not really in my brain as a thing that I can do. And I haven't been breaking the special throws. Oh, see, look, I just used the meatball there to force him off the ledge early, and then it gave me a free punish. I should have back-aired that. He would have died. So, yeah. Still more things to work on, even just like basic game concepts, like using special throw sometimes as a 50-50 mix-up. Especially on a character like Raster, for now, I don't really know what combos or big stuff I can get off of my throw. Oh, and we live. So good. So, like, just going for the pummel mix-up on a character like Raster is really good. Now on, like, Zetterburn, where I can throw him up and then hit him with, like, 16 up tilts in a row until he decides to DI away from me, I probably just don't pummel because it can be broken. But I probably just go for the pummel mix-up against a character like Raster to get the extra 8%, which is a lot of damage, or the cool Magma attack, and that's probably what I need to start working on next. But for now, teching and using my character's special abilities is plenty enough to be thinking about. At that time, we hit him with the cheeky forward B. Oh, and I don't quite hit him with the back air that time, and I die for it. Very sad. But for some reason, he's not shielding on the platform. He's just sitting on the platform, and that's wrong. So he just gets back aired, and all of this happened because he wasn't shielding on that platform. All of this, like we have yet to... Okay, there we go. He finally got out of it. All of that happened. He took, like, 60% because he wasn't shielding when he was on that platform, and he just gave me a free back air. Something to keep in mind for myself as well. The shielding is very important. So here, yeah, I just kind of go after him. I try to get the... I don't know if that was just guaranteed that he could get away there, but I was far enough away that it was not as guaranteed a hit on the platform to do that up smash as it usually is, and now I'm just getting ping-ponged. Alright, I catch him dash dancing by just dash attacking behind where I think he's going to be. That way, if he isn't shielding, I'm just going to catch him even if he dashes away. And again, we neutral air too close and just get thrown for free here, which is not good. And again, he's being so aggressive off stage. I'm just pressing forward air when I get back on, or go back towards stage. Yeah, look at this. I'm doing it again and again and again. And it's just working because he keeps on throwing himself at me. Which, like, I get he's Raster, but, you know, oh, and he almost just died there. But yeah, the forward airs are giving me a lot. Like, he needs to start baiting that forward air a little bit. And here I expect him to bait the forward air, and I think he did. And I use my down B charged with Magma, another Loxodon specific ability I'm really Proud about that. Now I'm just mashing buttons. I thought his airspeed really shocked me there. I thought that was the freest down air of my life, and he was able to get all the way away from it, which is just crazy. Anyway, he dash attacks my shield, and I throw him. I tried to go around. Is that his roll? I tried to go around him there, but it didn't work. And his roll on stage is a very visually confusing. Now I'm getting dash attacked 16 times. All right, now we up tilt. The up tilt is very good. So we back air, and he actually is able to hit us. Is that like a shield drop? We're starting to see those. Spooky stuff. Now I'm trying to bait the shield drop by not actually hitting his shield and just like pushing buttons that'll hit him if he drops the shield. It doesn't work out, but it's fine. We get the down air, and it's kind of whoever gets the next solid hit. Well, now it's kind of whoever gets the next solid hit, because I actually survived that because Loxodon is huge. I expected him to go up there for me, like an up B or something. I don't know if it only kills when he's close to you, but I was afraid. And here, once again, look at that. The meatball edge guard saves me. Even though I get hit, it hits him and then puts me into this incredible situation where the forward air just kills him. And we're up on the second game. So it's tied going into the last one here. He is technically, I guess, the one up if we're using that. I used that poorly. Yeah, we're getting rid of Air Armada and Merchant Port. We're going to Hyperborean Harbor. I think this is a really good raster stage, but Loxodon has some recovery tools here that are kind of cool because he can like up B in a bunch of different spots here and get back up. So, I don't know. I think this is definitely raster favored, but I would rather be here than Air Armada for sure, and it's possible... Oh, yeah, and stuff like that. Loxodon's down there going through the platform there is brutal. Suddenly, like, I'm doing to him what I'm sure he wanted to do to me, and now we're in a good spot. I can play a little bit safer now. But, you know, raster can absolutely reversal me again, like, back, so I do have to be careful here. It's not like that's such a huge guaranteed advantage on this stage, because he can totally just murder me back. But he dash attacks my shield, we throw him onto the platform, and I kill myself. I wasn't expecting the... I don't know what happened, if I missed my jump to get back on the stage there, or if I wasn't paying attention to the fact that, like, you just don't have any platform there. Either way, I make a mistake there and kill myself. So lead is not gone, but is a little bit diminished from where it probably should be because of that. He, yeah, oh, look at that. He gets away from the meatball this time. I just want that to be more laggy than it is when I get around it. I have to work on that. And again, like the down airs are good, but I am having troubles. I just do the up B out of frustration, I think. I'm having troubles following up on it, and my answer to that was up B. I don't think that was the correct answer there. I think that neutral B might have been the right answer to punish that, or maybe a back air could have killed him as well. So I got to keep that in mind. I have the neutral B kill move, and I'm not really using it a lot yet. That's another thing with Loxodon I could work on. So here, he actually slides off, which gives him a punish. And again, he's able to use his air mobility to get out of the way of my down air punish, trying to get a ton of damage on him. And he gets his own punish. And now we're pretty even. All right, I have gotten a little bit better since this match started of getting hit by the wind and then not getting owned. I could also start looking for the wind. I believe if you shield it, he doesn't get anything out of it. I want that to have a little bit more recovery than it does. Anyway, I'm able to use one of Loxodon's cool gimmicks here, is I was just able to immediately up B back onto the stage, yeah, way over here. It's pretty difficult for Raster to do anything about unless he's shielding it. So I'm getting a lot of mileage out of it. And you can see here that I'm abusing the fact that Loxodon's down air goes through the platform there. And we actually get the third game and win it. So that is the 750 range now. I'm going to keep playing. I'll show you my time when I get to 800 and see how long we've been playing. And I hope to see you there.